Hi guys, happy 2022 and let's welcome this new year with a light and joyful heart. So, as the first video of the year, I want to share with you my thoughts on Zara Perfumes, the Chapter Collection. I've been seeing reviews on these perfumes and the moment I stepped on Zara stores and had a whiff of their fragrances, I literally can't stop and I want them all. So before anything else, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Janice and here I talk mostly about fragrances. So if you like that kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? And thanks again for supporting my video. With that out of the way, let's get started. So I head down to different Zara stores just to check and get my hand on their perfumes. Take a look. So if you don't know it yet, most if not all Zara perfumes are somehow dupes of popular fragrances. And I actually bought a lot of Zara perfumes, but on this video, we will just talk about 6. So 1 from the tobacco collection and 5 from the chapter collection. So talking about the packaging, it's very simple and minimalist, which I actually like. And as you can see, the boxes of the chapter collection perfumes are different in color. So these white boxes are called chapter number 1 and it cost 39.90 Singapore dollars, while these brown boxes are from chapter number 3 with the same price. And then this tobacco collection, I only got one and it cost me 29.90 Singapore dollars. So let's start with the one from Zara's tobacco collection, and that is Rich Warm Addictive. And this is the 2021 version. Well, this is a pretty popular perfume as I've seen couple of reviews on this, and I actually get the hype. So first of all, I think this is more of a unisex perfume and maybe a little bit leaning towards feminine side if I'm being completely honest. Although this is from the tobacco collection, well, I don't get any tobacco scent at all. Well, there are only 3 notes in here. It's rum, peony, and bourbon vanilla, while the main accords are vanilla, rum, powdery, sweet, and floral. The opening gives a sweet, boozy vibe. So the combination of the rum with the sweet, warm, creamy vanilla is just so beautiful. But I also can get a little coconutty scent here, although it's not on the notes. And in the dry down, the vanilla note is really prominent, but it's not a dark vanilla, but more like a light, wearable vanilla. And over time, this perfume becomes super creamy, super rich, warm, and really addictive. Well, this suits its name. And it's really addictive. It's very sweet and boozy, and I can't stop smelling myself when I wear this. It smells delicious, and I love wearing this during bedtime since it's cozy, heavenly, and comforting. So the longevity is not that bad, maybe around 4 hours on my skin, and the projection, well, not that much. This doesn't smell sexy, and for me, it's not a date night perfume, but it's more like a Netflix and chill kind of perfume. But with the price and the scent, I would definitely recommend this, and I think this is one of Zara's great masterpieces. And let's go to chapter 3, starting with my least favorite from the chapter collection, which is Memoir Intense. And people refer this as a dupe of Idol by Lancome. Well, I don't think this is a dupe. It gives off the vibe of Idol, but Idol for me smells more floral and clean, and it has few notes that Memoir Intense doesn't have. So this has notes of rose, cashmeran, and moss, and with main accords of rose, woody, musky, powdery, mossy, amber, floral, and earthy. While opening is similar to Idol, that light and soapy scent, but I find this a bit softer than Idol, and few seconds you'll get that fresh rose scent. Not a deep red rose, but it's like an airy pink rose. And then it becomes sweeter, maybe because of vanilla, although vanilla is not listed on its notes, but the sweetness in here is not that sugary sweet. And on a dry down, it becomes deeper as I'm getting that musky, woody, mossy, earthy, and definitely powdery scent. But my problem in here is that as this becomes powdery, it also smells a bit dusty. I'm getting that powder scent on a woody base and it smells dry and dusty, which I don't really like, but it's tolerable. Well, this doesn't last long on me, maybe about 3 to 4 hours. But as you know, I don't mind if perfumes doesn't last long because I always carry my bottles. Well, I don't hate this perfume. It's actually nice, but honestly, this smells generic. The same reason why I didn't purchase a full bottle of Idol, but it's a great everyday scent. It's your pretty, rosy, floral, musky fragrance. Next is Majestic Opulence. So this is an Asian-inspired fruity floral fragrance which many people compare it to La Vie Belle Intense Mint. So notes in here are raspberry, orange blossom, and iris flower. Main accords are fruity, sweet, white floral, iris, powdery, citrus, violet, earthy, soapy, and rose. Well, this does gives the Laviable minus the spiciness. So Laviable Intensement is warm spicy because of the pink pepper, and this Majestic Opulence doesn't have that, which makes this a little more smooth. So in the opening, I can get that juicy raspberry note with the orange blossom. And after that, I'm getting loads of iris, which is super powdery. Then on the dry down, there's definitely a vanilla kicking in as this warms up and becomes sweet, powdery iris vanilla with a hint of orange blossom. So it does smells a little bit lipsticky, but it has that perfect amount of sweetness. So it's fruity, it's fresh and powdery and smells really lovely. I would say that this is a comforting scent, but in a way that a baby powder scent comforts my nose because after a few hours, this really becomes super powdery on my skin. So it's like La Vie Belle topped with loads of baby powder, but still it's an enjoyable scent, especially if you like a feminine powdery perfume. It's great for everyday use and could be a good office scent as well since this is an inoffensive fragrance. Longevity of this is great, around 7 to 8 hours on my skin. Projection is moderate, and considering the price and the beautiful packaging, this is a thumbs up. Next is Sublime Epoque, which is a dupe of My Way by Giorgio Armani. So this is a fresh white floral fragrance with notes of tuberose, orange blossom, and musk. So the main accords are white floral, tuberose, musky, animalic, and citrus. Well, in the opening, this is a sweet, candied orange blossom, and as it becomes creamy, the fresh tuberose starts to blend in the smoothest way possible. And on the dry down, it becomes musky and a bit powdery with hints of vanilla and tuberose. Well, I can say that this is identical to My Way, about 90% similar. So Zara did a great job on this. Well, for me, the only difference is that first, My Way smells more fruity than Sublime Epoch. Also, in My Way, jasmine is the most prominent note that you'll get, and as it dries down, the tuberose starts to blend in. So I think that's the reason why Sublime Epoch smells very similar to My Way, because in here, I don't get any jasmine. So the star in here is that creamy, bubblegummy tuberose, which I'm also getting with My Way. So on the dry down, I must say this smells exactly the same with My Way, and I can't really tell the difference. So in short, Sublime Epoch is Giorgio Armani My Way minus the jasmine and less fruity in the opening. So if you want the scent of My Way on a fraction of a price, so this is the perfume for you. And when it comes to longevity, projection, and sillage, it's all moderate. So this smells designer and expensive, and it's a great daytime, versatile perfume that you can rock during spring and summer. Now let's go to chapter 1 collection, starting with the ever famous Red Temptation. And this is the reason why I visited all the Zara stores here in Singapore, because this is really hard to find. It's always out of stock online, so I was lucky to find one bottle, and actually this is the last piece in the store. So this is famous because it's a dupe of MFK Baccarat Rouge 540, and I must say it's a spot on. I tried Burberry Her and Ariana Grande Cloud, but for me, they're not really dupes of BR540. So they just have the same vibe. But this is really the closest or the perfect dupe of Baccarat Rouge 540. So this has notes of orange, amber, and moss with main accords of amber, mossy, earthy, citrusy, and woody. So upon spraying, this is just a straight up Baccarat Rouge. So you will get that medicinal scent, the burnt sugar, that beautiful amber floral scent of BR540. So only that on the first spray, you will get that alcohol for few seconds in Red Temptation, but overall this is really amazing. And if I would be completely honest, I like this more than BR540 because this is more smooth and a bit less sweet, but it's hardly noticeable unless you do a side by side comparison. Longevity is a beast, like this can last overnight. Projection and sillage are also amazing, and when you wear this, people will really think you're wearing Baccarat Rouge. So for me, this is an angel scent for those people who loves to smell BR540 without breaking the bank. Personally, after having this, I probably won't buy BR540 and just stick with this Red Temptation, because overspraying this, well, not that I need to overspray this because the performance of this perfume is really good, but again, it won't really hurt or make me feel guilty even when I just use it at home. We all know that BR540 is an expensive perfume, and personally, I won't use that when I'm just hanging around the house or just working from home. But with this, I can enjoy the BR540 scent like anytime I want. You know what I mean? So, thank you, Zara, for this beautiful masterpiece. So, last but not the least, we have my favorite out of all this, and that's Rose Gourmand, which is said to be a dupe of Mancera Roses Vanille or Montail Intense Cafe. Well, I don't have Intense Cafe, but comparing this to Mancera Roses Vanille, I really almost fainted because this is another spot on. You know that I am in love with Rose's Vanille, and finding a dupe of it with a fraction of the price, it's a fantastic feeling. So this has notes of rose, amber, and vanilla with main accords of rose, vanilla, amber, powdery, and floral. So as soon as I spray this, I know it's an impressive, spot on Montserrat Roses Vanille. The opening is that jammy rose and vanilla, very cream rose dipped with sweet vanilla. Dry down is amber and powdery, so this smells rich and expensive. Longevity of this is forever. Projection and sillage is great, and you don't need to overspray this, just like Mancera Roses Vanille. And honestly, I get lots of compliments when I wear this, so I am really happy with this fragrance, and I highly recommend this to anyone who loves the scent of Mancera Roses Vanille. So, with the same reason as with Red Temptation, it is really amazing to have a dupe of a niche perfume for a price of about $40. So, imagine like you're just hanging around the house, or you're just doing some errands, but you smell niche. It is really a great feeling, and I actually bought a 10 mil of this Rose Gourmand as well as Red Temptation, so I could carry it anywhere I go. So that's about it, guys, for today. So I hope you learned something and enjoyed this video. Actually, there's one more bottle that I wanted to get from Zara chapter collection, which is Golden Decade, which is said to be a dupe of YSL Lib, but it's really hard to find even online. So but I'm really praying that I could get a bottle of it because I love it. I tested it in the stores. So yeah, let me know in the comment section which one of these is your favorite, or have you tried any of the chapter 2 collection. I honestly haven't tried that, and I'm really thinking if I would try it or just stick with chapter 1 and chapter 3. So thank you, and I will see you again in my next video, which would definitely be about Zara perfumes. So check that out. Stay safe, guys, and always be blessed. Bye!